So they're seeking an audience with the wizard because they found dragon scales and they're scared shitless, and a claw.
Yeah, their kingdom is ravaged now by a dragon.
And so this is like a fictional kingdom in 6th century Britain.
Yeah,
is what we're talking about, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So it would have been one of the petty kingdoms that formed up after the Romans left in the third or fourth century.
So yeah, so this is like 500s. The Saxons haven't quite taken control yet.
Haven't gotten there.
You're just getting to the point where the Saxons are starting to raid the coast a little bit.
Yeah.
So we're talking Romano Britons.
That's right. Yeah.
To use the technical term.
Yeah, I think that's paralleled with the entropy of knowledge that's occurring.
Yeah.
If you look at the education level of kind of the people that are coming to the wizard, and here he is speaking Latin, but he's old, and his tutor is not quite up to his speed and level. And every generation we're losing a little bit more knowledge.
Do you guys watch Vikings on History Channel?
I've seen a bit of it. Yeah.
Well, so there's this one thing I really like. It kind of ties in with what we're talking about right here. Is the king of the Saxons is like in his library or his kind of museum, whatever. He's collected all these Roman artifacts, and he has no clue what they are. And so it kind of shows that whole something was here before us. We don't know what the hell it was, but they left this. So how do we interpret what we have? And so I kind of tie that into this because it's kind of like what we're seeing happen here.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean the
I tell you, she's not fooling anybody. She looks.
No, she's not really. It's not really much of a reveal.
God damn, dude! These Belgians, the Gould.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah.
So an interesting little bit of trivia: Valerian is actually a herb which you use to cure insomnia. And it was one of the main supporters of it was a physician called Galen. So I wonder whether the names of the characters in the movie were inspired by somebody's knowledge of herbalism or whatever from the period.
I think Galen was one of the big proponents during the Roman era of the 5 humors of the body. You know, the phlegm, blood, and whatever the hell the other ones are. Choler and all that.
Yeah, so again, we're getting that comparison of, the Roman knowledge linked to sort of proto-science, like alchemy and things like that.
So what these guys are wearing right here, those type of helmets, they kind of look like the Norman helmets of a later period, but they're not.
Yeah.
They're actually called Spangenhelms, and it's called a Spangenhelm, which is German for, I don't know what the hell it's for, something helmet. But what makes this Spangenhelm is it's made of 4 different pieces, and there's a strip of steel that's riveted to those pieces. The later helmets would be either forged out of 1 piece or welded in 2 pieces. Like the typical Norman helmet would be 1 piece or a 2-piece welded together, forge welded. So that does show an early. That's an earlier helmet of the migration period, like 600s, 700s, 800s. And so
they're not 100% anachronistic in the time period, but there would not be many.
Yeah.
True. There would not be many. You'd have to be kind of wealthy to have that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But it's good to note that they have. It's nice that they have something of the period. You know, that type of helmet would be very common in this time.
Yeah. I mean, generally, this movie, the only criticism given towards it is that, the storyline's fairly straightforward. The dialogue isn't amazing, but as a movie, I think it set a standard for authenticity. In terms of the way it portrays the scenery, the sets, the sensitivity to it's looking for contemporary clothing, armor and weapons and references.
But if you look in the background here, like when he's by the well, and there's a couple other right there, like where he's got the timbers. I mean, those timbers look aged, they look worn, and they look very roughly hewn. That design aspect is really well done on a lot of the woodwork in the movie.
It looks like it's one bad winter away from just rotting away to nothing. Yeah. So you think we're going for kind of a Gandalf the Grey look with Ulrich here?
Yeah. There's an interesting point about that, but.
No, I'm at the point where Ulrich's got the dagger and he's like baring his chest to the guy with the captain of the guard or whatever.
Right.
He does have a hell of a head of hair, I got to tell you. That actor.
Tom Baker hair.
Good stuff.
What have you just seen on screen then? Just so I can get.
Yeah, Galen's just getting locked into the room.
Yep.
Right, I'm a little bit ahead. I'm just going to pause.
Johnny Five. Hail, Johnny Five. Hail, Jessica. Hey, guys, how you doing? It's good to see you.
So you tell me when something horrible happens here, and I'll know exactly where you are without giving it away.
Something horrible happens.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I've got so many windows open. I'm switching back between the chat and the movie and Twitter. All right, they're staring each other dead in the eyes.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna make out. This better not be porn, Pete. This better not be porn. I think he's grabbing his sack and Ulrich's looking up at the sky. Look at that. What the hell is going on?